What's going on, guys? Welcome back. How's everybody doing? Welcome. How's everybody doing? Welcome to another program. On today's show, we're going to talk about Coach Prime, new Colorado Buffaloes. They're not in shape, throwing up in practice. Um, but it's the first, running session of practice and whatnot. But you had multiple people bent over, not used to this type of running. And the elite athletes are not like that. So I know people are saying, no, Max, it's supposed to be hard. But no, Travis wasn't like that. Jimmy wasn't like that. These are the elite. See, now you guys are starting to see the levels to college football. The elite players are not like this. They're in shape 24/7. What these kids should have been doing was they should be running mountains. They should be doing all different type of things. They shouldn't be in this out of shape. They should be running mountains. So we're going to get into that. Former Giants legend is trashing Shadeur right now for being selected to the Pro Bowl. So we're going to talk about that as well. Also, I want to talk a little bit more about also somebody just recently, a 2027 recruit just decommitted from Colorado. So we're going to talk about that as well. Now, before I get into that, like I said, legendary Hall of Famer is talking about Shadeur. He's saying that the Giants player he ripped the Pro Bowl after Shadeur Sanders' decision, he said is laughable. Now, I had said last night that this one he didn't earn. He didn't earn this one. Eventually, he is going to earn it. Like I said, back in the day, it used to be the top players are invited to the Pro Bowl, but this time I think the fans are voting, and the reason why they're doing that is because they want to fill bodies in those seats and sell tickets. So if fans want to see a certain player, yes, they are going to have the fans vote, and whoever's popular, going to go in. It's just a matter of selling tickets. Excuse me, it's just a matter of selling tickets. Um, Browns rookie quarterback Shadeur Sanders, who fell to the fifth round in last year's draft, is headed to the Pro Bowl. Sanders was named as a replacement for Patriots quarterback Drake May, who is ineligible to participate because he is headed to the Super Bowl. I don't agree with this either. You know what I think? I think they should have the Pro Bowl after the Super Bowl. Like, wait till everything is done, and then have Drake May go to the Pro Bowl. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be like this. And also Shadeur, of course, he wants to earn it. He wants to like, okay, I'm the top dog. Now I'm in the Pro Bowl. You know what I'm saying? But he's going to the Pro Bowl. But for me, this is not really, he didn't earn it. He didn't earn this one. Um, but I get why he's going. So the decision drew criticism from Giants offensive tackle Jermaine Olemoner. Believe I'm saying his name right, who pointed out that his teammate left tackle Andrew Thomas hasn't been named to a Pro Bowl in his 6 years of play. No hate, but the Pro Bowl is a joke. He's kind of right about that. The Pro Bowl is a joke now. Back in the day, it wasn't a joke, but now it is. Um, it says in the NFL hasn't made one yet, but you're popular, you get in. It's laughable at this point. He also pointed out that the Titans quarterback Cam Ward was passed over. He said, like I said, no hate, but how Cam Ward is not a replacement, he wrote. He said, LOL, both him and Jackson Dart went off this season. After generating first round hype going over the 2025 draft, they said Sanders fell to the 144th pick. Okay. So Sanders appeared in 8 games, 7 starts, and threw for 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. So, but anyway, it's a what do you call it? It's a popularity thing as well because they want to sell seats. They got to sell seats, so it's a business. That's what they want to do. It's entertainment. Um, yeah, they're yeah, we're gonna get into that, but we're gonna get into that as far as they're not in shape though, and it's not looking good. They're not in shape, and that's why Coach Prime is there to make sure that they're not pussyfooting around this time. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna point out in a second. Um, so the Pro Bowl selection, it's a popularity thing. Really, it is. I mean, he's popular. The fans want to see him at the Pro Bowl. But for me, he didn't earn this. He didn't. His team didn't have a winning record or anything like that. So no, he didn't earn this one. He didn't earn this one. I'm not counting this Pro Bowl for him because he didn't earn it. I could see if he made the playoffs. I could see if he had a winning season. And I'm talking about the team overall. I believe the best that year should be in the Pro Bowl. And I believe they should wait until the Super Bowl is over, like they used to do back in the day, and then have the Pro Bowl when they used to have it in Hawaii. They used to have it at the end of the season. That's what I think should happen, but they're not doing that because they're just not doing it anymore. And I don't watch the Pro Bowl. It's not like it used to be back in the day. But yes, he is going to have this Pro Bowl on his resume now. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it's not the same as it was back when I was growing up. Um, it doesn't matter if they all turned down the invites. He didn't earn this one. Okay, that's a fact. He did not. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Back in the day, they had the top players in the Pro Bowl. He is not the top dog here. His career is pending. He will be eventually the top dog. I had to raise my voice a little bit because people act like they don't understand what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I said eventually he will be the top dog. He's not right now. And I don't agree that he should go to the Pro Bowl. All right. I don't agree that he should go to the Pro Bowl. And that's just what it is. I don't agree that he should go to the Pro Bowl. He didn't earn it. Hold on a second. Yeah, so hold on one second. Yeah, so yeah, so the Pro Bowl is not like what it used to be. Like back when I was growing up as a kid, it's not like they used to be. Like, and most players don't even want to play in it, like no more. So then, yeah, you have alternates and stuff like that. But when I said back in the day, when people like back when I was growing, when people made the Pro Bowl, the top dogs went. It's not like that anymore. It's just like, oh, you got an alternate here. This person's popular. That's just what it is now. You know what I'm saying? And so that's my only point on it. I'm not trying to hate or throw any shade or anything like that. He didn't earn it though. Not for my standards. He didn't earn it. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day when John Elway and all the top dogs in the Pro Bowl, it meant something. It don't mean nothing anymore. And that's just what it is. It don't mean anything anymore. You know, and it hasn't been like that for a long time. So that's my whole point on it. So okay, the Pro Bowl, all right, cool. Now, eventually, will he earn it? Yes, but he's not going to play in it because he probably will be deep in the playoffs or something like that, and he's never going to play in it. Like if he's a top dog, he probably won't play in the Pro Bowl. He'll get the nomination under his belt, but more than likely, he's not going to play. Most of them don't play. So that's what I'm saying. It's not like it was. Like if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, you are blessed because that's when the Pro Bowl meant something. Not no more. Who cares about a Pro Bowl? You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, that's just what I wanted to say about that. Um, yeah, so that's what the Giants player said right there with Shadeur. As far as I'm looking at a story here where it says 2027 commit. Hold on a second. A 2027 commit has decommitted from Colorado. And that's going to happen. I mean, you're going to have people decommit, commit, and stuff like that. And what it says, four-star cornerback recruit Dolph McDonald decommitted from Colorado on Sunday, less than 2 months after joining the team with his brother Xavier. He was the lone Buffs commit for the 2027 season. McDonald released a statement Sunday clarifying his decision. Nothing he wanted to reopen. He just wanted to reopen his options, but the Buffs are still a contender. He said, I want to thank Coach Brennan Marion for offering me the opportunity to play football at the University of Colorado. It's still early in the recruitment, and I want to allow myself time to access every opportunity before I make a decision where I want to play. So that's cool. He said that on X. And that is true. It's still early for him. So yeah, it's still early. So there's nothing wrong with him decommitting. It's still early in the process. So there's nothing wrong with that right there. But yeah, man, getting to this here practice. Um, yeah, these dudes ain't in shape, bro. This is not elite shape here. This is not elite shape. And hopefully it's still early in the process. Maybe they will get it together. But Travis wasn't bent over like this. So, you know what I'm saying? And Travis is elite. Jimmy Horn wasn't bent over like this. Okay. I'm talking about the people with the experience. They weren't bent over like this. Okay. LaJohntay Wester was not bent over like this. Okay. I could see some of the big men. I could see some of the big men. But I'm talking about the skilled, the fast players, the small players. They should not be bent over and winded. There's plenty of mountains out there where they can run. So yes, this is the first situation where they're getting this and it could be the altitude too. Somebody was telling me that, but it wasn't the altitude ever for Travis, ever for Jimmy, ever for LaJohntay. It's not that. It's you got to be in elite shape. Even Jordan Seaton wasn't bent over when he was running. He's a big man. You know why? Because right now he's probably working out right now. You have to stay in elite shape 24/7 all year round. That's why I appreciated people like Jordan Seaton, because when he run, he used to tell people to get up. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't damn near about to pass out because he's in elite shape. They're not in elite shape. And there's levels to this football here. There's levels. They didn't get the top dogs like they were supposed to in this transfer portal. They did not. These players are here to prove themselves, and they got a platform. But them bent over like this early on is not good. They're supposed to be in elite shape. I don't care what nobody's saying. No, I don't. I know there's snippets, but people are bent over. They're not. So Jimmy Horn was never bent over. LeJounte wasn't either. So I'm not making no excuses for them. They're too young. They're supposed to be in elite shape 24/7, 365 days. There's no off season. Okay, that's not up for debate. There's no off season here. There's no off season. There's no reason why these players should be this out of shape. I don't care what nobody say. You're supposed to be running every single day, just about. You're supposed to stay in shape. I don't even have to keep saying it because y'all know Jimmy and them wasn't bent over, and Travis and them. They were not. Also, Seaton wasn't either. He wasn't either. Rock wasn't either. Okay? So no. So let's take a look at it. The thing is, Coach Prime is there to make sure that he get maximum effort this time.
Good job, relax. 8 skips, knee up toe. 18 for the bench, 16 for the combo, 14 for the skill. Hey, right foot. Hey, 25 seconds, bitch. Hey, man,
I don't see this big man hunched over when it's all said and done. He's not hunched over. He's not. Maybe because he's used to it in the altitude, but he's not hunched over.
Mind over matter. You're on schedule.
Now, this guy, I understand because he's a big guy and he's just getting used to the altitude. But he's giving maximum effort, though. But for him to be a little tired is okay, but not the small guys, though.
I gotta help you, big time. Love you, Coach. Love you too. Let's go. There you go. See what I'm saying? Just you winning. You better win.
Now he's okay. I'm not talking about him. He's okay because he's a big guy. Some of these small.
You better win, Johnson. Gotta love him. Don't get back. Since the 80s. Since we came out of college, Houston, FSU. My dog is a very good coach. Let me tell you what. You didn't applaud him when 4 cats went to the league.
No.
And quick to condemn, but you didn't want to applaud. 4 cats in the league. The most in college football that season. Anybody send 4? Well, anybody get ready to send 4? Who get ready to send 4?
Yeah.
Well, I don't work for the haters, Coach. I work for you and the kids.
Glory to God. Glory to God. That's a mic drop.
Okay, what
He ain't supposed to be out of shape. This one right here, he's not supposed to be like that. He's too small. You got to be in shape, sir. You got to be in a little better shape. Williams is not. You see this? It's a difference. Look at Williams. Look how. So we can't make no excuses for these players because look at Williams. Even though Williams, you might say he's used to it, but he's in shape though. He's not supposed to be like that. No, sir, you either. You see how this new player is picking him up? That new player is in shape. He's in shape. The other ones are not in shape. So I don't know what they've been doing in the offseason. You don't have to get ready. You stay ready. See, I'm not talking about all the new people. Some of the new people are helping the other players up because they're in shape. I don't care how y'all slice and dice. I'm not reading the comments. I don't care how y'all slicing and dicing. I'm right here. There is no way he's supposed to be bent over like that. Okay, it's called conditioning. Okay, you have to be conditioned 365 days out of the year. There's no off season, and you guys know that. How come Joseph Williams is not bent over? How come how come Joseph Williams is not bent over? Because he's in shape. He works out when nobody's watching him. I can tell when people are not really working out. I could tell. You said this guy doesn't understand altitude, and I had just said it. What you mean, this guy? My name is Max. Have some respect over here. You know what I'm saying? Before I kick your ass out of here, have some respect. My name is Max. It ain't this guy, bitch. All right? Don't disrespect me, and I won't disrespect you. This guy doesn't. I just talked about the altitude. I just talked about it. So don't come up in here just sitting up here writing anything. Now shut your bitch ass up. Now, how about that? Since you want to disrespect. I'm not saying nothing wrong. You have to be in shape 24/7. Stop making excuses for these kids that's not in shape. I just talked about the altitude already. You guys are just coming in. I just talked about that. But Travis, when he first got there, he wasn't bent over. He was not. Jimmy, when he first got there, he wasn't bent over. Because him and Xavier Weaver was putting in work before they even got there. They were not bent over. Okay? They were not. There was a few players that were, but they had to get in supreme shape. Because these were some of the new people, like people coming out of high school. But I'm talking about the people that have experience. They were not bent over. Xavier Weaver was not bent over. We saw videos of Xavier Weaver running hills. Did you not? Okay? That's the type of shape that you have to be in going into camp. They're not in shape. Joseph Williams is not bent over, man. Some of the new people are not bent over either because they're in shape. Travis was not bent over. And listen, if you write one more thing, I'm gonna block you. Cam, shut up. Shut up, Cam. Shut up. Hold on, let me get you out of here. I don't like these pocketbook wearing motherfuckers up in here. Get out of here. Get your ass out of here, man. I know what I'm talking about. Stop making up for these kids' lack of effort. Okay? No, I don't. Camp is not supposed to. You're supposed to stay in shape. You gotta get out of here too. I don't want y'all here. You gotta get out of here. I'm Kim Jong-un in the comments, and if I feel like I don't want you here, you're not gonna be here. I'm right about this. Why you think coach they looking? They want to make sure these kids ain't these kids. I'm not talking about the big guys. I'm talking about the small guys. They shouldn't be huffing and puffing and bent over like that. They should not, especially if they have experience. I can see if they coming out of high school, they got to get used to it on what it means to be a professional and stay in shape. See, this is why I miss Travis and Jimmy Horn and Xavier Weaver. You didn't have to worry about Jimmy Horn giving 100% and being a dog in practice. Right. That's why Shadeur is elite, because they did extra. They did extra practice. Right. You know what I'm saying, PC? They did extra practice. And we got these assholes coming up here trying to tell me something. Listen, I don't watch football since Lawrence Taylor was playing. So shut up. Don't sit up here and tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. The top athletes that's going to get to the NFL, those are the ones that live and breathe football, like Jordan Seaton. Jordan Seaton lives and breathes football. He stay working out. You don't just take a lot of time off. I can tell which ones are smoking weed too. I could tell. Even Coach Prime used to talk about it. I could tell which ones y'all are smoking weed. You're not supposed to smoke weed. Floyd Mayweather never drunk alcohol nor smoked. Coach Prime never drunk alcohol nor smoked. That's why he was in supreme shape. He didn't smoke weed. He didn't drink alcohol. Okay? Floyd Mayweather didn't smoke, didn't drink alcohol, nothing. That's why they gave it the supreme effort they gave. So don't sit up here and make excuses for this lack of effort right here. This is trash. Okay? This is trash. For the coach to have to yell, raise his voice in this thing, it's trash. No, you're supposed to be ready to go from the gate. Jimmy Horn, that's why I appreciated Jimmy Horn. That's why I appreciated LaJohntay Wester. That's why I appreciate Joe Williams here. Joe Williams is in shape. Yaya's in shape. You don't see Yaya about to fall down to the ground. So don't make excuses for these players, okay? Because they're getting ready to go win 3 games again. This ain't the team, yo. I'm telling y'all, this ain't it. This ain't it. This is not it. Not yet. They're going to have to show me that they on the level of the 2024 season. Okay? They got big shoes to live up to here. Are they on that level? You ever see Shiloh acting like he about to fall out in practice? No. You never seen it. So stop. Okay? Stop. Stop. Yeah, it's too many people on the team act like they about to pass out contextual. This ain't it, yo. Coach see it too. Hey, coach, there's still some people in the portal. There's still thousands of people in the portal. You might want to go look for some more. This ain't it. You see this new guy right here to the right? You see the new guy right there to the right? He's in shape. He's holding somebody else up. He's in shape. That means that he works out when nobody's watching. And also he might not smoke weed. You can't smoke weed and be elite. Not early on in this game. Not early on. Now I know what you're about to say. Well, Ricky Williams did it. I get it. But that's Ricky Williams. I don't see Danny Scudero bent over. You see Danny Scudero walking? I don't see him bent over. You know why? You know why he's not bent over? Because he had so many yards last year. I know he's in elite shape. I don't expect to see Danny Scudero bent over. He's not. Okay? That's my point. Danny Scudero's not bent over. He's in elite shape because he works out when nobody's watching.
Come on, Chauncey. You good, so we want let him walk.
But see, I give big man this. Now big man. I'm giving him a pass. You know, because the big man is hard on the big man. So I'm gonna give the big man a pass. He will eventually be okay. You give him about another 10 practices, he won't be able to do that again. You know what I'm saying? But big man right here is not bent over like this. He's in shape. You can tell when the people are working out when nobody's watching. All right, right here. You see the dude in the middle, he's being held up by 2 people. That's out of pocket. That's out of pocket. You said big man was there last year, no pass. No, he was not like there last year. You talking about the big man? Was he there last year? Okay, well then we might not give him no pass. Then was he there last year? Okay, well, is that ain't Johnson, is it? But see the small dude right here. He's being held up by two people. Oh, Chauncey Gooden. Oh, damn, Chauncey. But you see the guy. You see the small guy right there. He's being held up by two people. That's out of pocket. He's too small for that. He's not in shape. There's levels to football. You know how I keep saying, people say, "Oh, Max, you down in the players that's coming from the smaller schools." There's levels to this, because if they were good enough, they would have been at the top schools from the gate. Sometimes it takes a while for them to reach that level. Sometimes sometime a player come out of high school and he's at that level, like a Caleb Downs. You would never see Caleb Downs bent over like this. And I know you're saying, well, Max, how do you know that? Because I watched Alabama practice. He was never bent over like this. Number one. Number two, there's levels to football. So he came out of high school already at elite level. Already. Now, some people, it take a couple years to reach the elite level. It takes a couple years. That guy right there, he's not there. He's not elite. He's not. Let me get you up out of here. I don't want to. I already talked about the elevation. You keep talking about it now. Now I'm banning you. I don't want you back here. Go somewhere else. A grown person is talking here that's been watching football since the 1980s. I'm talking now. Get up out of here, kid. You don't know what you're talking about. Stop making excuses for lackluster effort. These people only won 3 games last year. They about to win 3 games again with this effort. Now, I thought I was going to give Chauncey Gooden a pass. We can't give Chauncey a pass. He's been there. He's not supposed to be in this type of shape. I think he is. I think he only a sophomore, I believe. But he ain't supposed to be out of shape either. Boo ain't supposed to be out of shape either. I mean, Boo wasn't doing shit. He wasn't supposed to be out of shape either. That's all I'm telling you. Yeah. Yeah, these new people ain't gonna come up here and tell me something about football. I've been watching it since I was a kid. I know what elite looks like. This ain't it. Okay? Allen Iverson never got tired. Rip Hamilton never got tired. Okay? Reggie Miller never got tired. He was the original Nick Killer. Never got tired. Allen Houston never got tired. I can go on and on. Charles Barkley never got tired. Okay? Let's go to football. Randy Moss never got tired. I never seen Randy Moss bent over. Never. Even when he was in college. Never seen it. Okay? I never seen Deshaun Jackson bent over like this. Never. Even in the fourth quarter when he ran back a football. Never seen him bent over in the end zone. Now, do you get what I say? That's called elite level conditioning. Elite. These people run incline. Walter Payton used to run mountains. Russell Westbrook run mountains. That's what you got to do. Okay? So no, we're not giving them no excuse. They're not giving no excuse. Coach Prime, you might have to go look for some more, man. Because the dogs are already in shape. And JoJo is in shape already. So JoJo need to be playing. Because he's in shape. Caleb is even in shape. Now I'm not giving his brother no pass because his brother's in shape, but look how small he is. He shouldn't be huffing and puffing as small as he is. He shouldn't even be running anyway. He need to be gaining weight. He shouldn't be out there running like this. He don't need to be burning no calories. Yes, coaches are taking notes. They see what's going on. You said nobody should be in shape. Donovan, I'm about to block you. All right, what I'm gonna do for you is, because you've been out of pocket for a minute. So I'm gonna put you in timeout. Because I don't want to hear you today. I don't want to hear you typing today. I don't want to see you typing today. You out of pocket. You've been out of pocket for a minute. Okay? You've been out of pocket for Yo, guys, I'm having fun with this. I really am. You've been out of pocket for a minute. Listen. You know damn well I'm right. What you mean they ain't supposed to be in shape right now? Walter Payton, he never had an off season. Coach Prime never even took a trip nowhere. He didn't. Coach Prime never left the country in his career because he been working out. Tom Brady stayed working out in the off season. There was never no off season. These kids like the off season. They like to go chill and shit and take pictures for the gram and show their new sneakers and all this stuff. Okay? No, they ain't gonna be all right. No, they not. There's too many of them like this. Not good. You said they looking like Kermani when he was out of shape, but Kermani I give a pass because he was coming out of high school. High school players got to learn how to be professional. He not like that no more. Kermani is elite now. He's not like that no more. Like I said, he was going to be elite. Listen.
Walk, baby.
Never get tired.
You heard what he said? Never get tired. Did y'all hear it? See, they saying the same thing I'm saying.
Never get tired. Never get tired.
Never get tired. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all sitting up here making excuses for these people. They said never get tired. Coach sitting there talking shit about them. Never get tired. Have you ever seen Travis like that? No. So y'all stop. Yeah, you damn right Prime is there this offseason because he going to make sure he whipped them into shape. He going to make sure of it. Listen. Lionel, you got to go. I'm sorry, Lionel. Lionel, you got to go. I got to put you in timeout. You got to go. We're going to have a small chat in a second, guys. I promise you. I'm going to get everybody out of here. You got to go. Travis was never like that. Stop playing with me. Jimmy was never like that. LaJohntay was never like that. Silman Craig was never like that. Shiloh was never like that. Now, he used to get now Shiloh used to complain, but he was never bent over. No. Don't sit up there and say, well, he had Coach Mo, he ain't have Coach Swayze. No. Travis ain't even bent over in the NFL, so stop. Do you need me to get you? Let me hold on. I have to put you in timeout. For that. The reason why I'm putting you in timeout for that statement, because Travis wasn't even bent over in the NFL. He's sitting up there doing like this in practice. He's sitting up. Look, everybody like, oh shit. Travis like this. Travis doing all this and he doing all that. So stop. So you had to go in timeout. Stop it. Okay. Coach Prime is right. He don't see these people he said, do they ever get tired? The coach said they never get tired. Because there's no off season. You got to stay running. You got to stay on that treadmill. I know what it takes. I used to play football. I used to, but I stopped playing. I didn't have the desire no more. Trust me, I stayed on the treadmill. I was on the treadmill every day, night and day. We had evening practice. I hit the treadmill and do about 3 miles. And in the morning, I do about 3 miles. Just before I work out. We used to do 3 miles. We used to start stretching and then do 3 miles. That's called getting warmed up before practice. Did you know that? We ran 3 miles before practice just to get warmed up. What y'all talking about? We used to run a mile or two just before practice. Okay? We used to hit that treadmill. Okay? Just to warm up. What you know about that? Just to warm up. Run a mile or two just to warm up. What y'all talking about? I'm talking about elite shape. You didn't see Jordan Seaton bent over? Huh? They missing Jordan right now because you don't see him bent over. He stayed working out. Some people think that he lost too much weight because he got real chiseled. How you think he got real chiseled? He watched his diet. He watched his diet, and he worked out every day. That's called discipline. Okay? So don't sit up here and tell me nothing. Okay, you said you can't compare no one to Travis. No, 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 no. I just said, let me say this again. Travis never got tired. Stillman Craig wasn't bent over. Jimmy wasn't bent over. LeJounte wasn't bent over. Will Shepherd wasn't bent over. Shadozie, he was huffing and puffing, but he was never bent over. So what are you saying? Do you want me to continue? You want me to continue? Hood, remember Hood that used to be there? He wasn't bent over. Hood wasn't bent over. Do you want me to continue? How about what's his name? The one that went for the wrestling. Is he bent over? No. Yo-Yo not bent over either. He might be huffing and puffing, but he not bent over. Like he need a stretcher. Yeah, I know they missed some workouts when they went to the fashion show, but that's the coach's sons. What do you expect? Yeah, Ben Finisef is not bent over. So let's not make no excuses for this bullshit.
You gotta push through, bro. You gotta push through, I told you. Gentlemen, does a rabbit get tired?
Do a rabbit get tired? What he's trying to say is these small people shouldn't be getting tired. Do a rabbit get tired? No. Let's stop rewarding lackluster behavior, because if we're going to keep doing that, get prepared for them to win 2 to 3 games. Get prepared. You're supposed to come into camp in shape. Telly, say it one more time. Cut and paste and say it one more time, please. You're supposed to come into camp in elite shape. You guys don't know who Willie Gault is. Willie Gault was never bent over. He was also a track athlete. Ask Coach Prime about Willie Gault. Ask Coach Prime about Barry Sanders. In the fourth quarter, was Barry Sanders bent over in the fourth quarter? Was Coach Prime bent over in the fourth quarter when he ran back them punts? No. He was sitting there dancing to the end zone. That's what he's looking for. But guess what? Coach, if you want that type of eliteness, y'all got to pay for it. You can't go down a level to go get them, because this is what you're getting. Now, you got some people that they went down a level to get. They are going to be good. They are going to be good. But you got to get lucky to get those. Yep. When they get tired and act like when that young person, when he needed 2 people to hold him up, let me read this comment now. When he needed 2 people to hold him up, it says when they tired like that, that means they wasn't living right during the off season. Got to get them bad toxins out right. That means they were smoking or something. There's no way 2 people supposed to be holding you up. Okay? And you're not an offensive lineman. He's not an offensive lineman. Right. Right, William. The first day back, coaches always see who's in shape. So they'll know. Now, don't get me wrong. Within the next 5 practices, they shouldn't be like that anymore. But watch. He already had a player complaining already. We're going to see it in a second. He already had a player complaining. Watch, you'll see.
Stay back at the 30. Stay back at the 30. Stay back at the 30. Hey, stay back at the 30. Hey, we got 4 of these. Hey, good job. Right here. Hey, good job. Stay back at the 30.
3 more. We straight.
Go back. Go on.
Now, this kid right here, hold on, let me show you something. See that kid right there? He's in shape, but what he's not doing is he's not pacing himself. He's running too hard. He's in shape though, but he's not. You're supposed to do a sprint, but it's supposed to be a controlled sprint. Like I can't really explain it. I used to run wind sprints back in when I played. There's a controlled way you sprint, and he's doing a little bit too much. But yeah, I believe he's in shape though. The small one here, he's in shape.
We straight go back. Go on. Gonna go on. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Y'all ready?
You see big guy right here? Hold on. You see this guy right here? He's in shape. He's running in a controlled way, but he's in shape though.
Swayze trying to tell y'all. Just Swayze trying to tell y'all.
Great job. Great job.
Come on. No.
Now, what's his name is fighting through it. He's fighting through it. Michael Welch is fighting through it. Look. He's not bent over, but he knows how to fight through it. He put his hands up. He's doing like that. He's fighting through it. There's Michael Welch right there.
Come on.
That's why he plays in the game. He's in shape. Caleb is in shape. That's why he be on special teams all the time. He's not bent over. Now, Michael Welch is just maintaining. He's not bent over, though, but he knows what he's doing.
No.
This kid right here with the afro, I don't know what he was doing in the off season. I don't know. You could be huffing and puffing, but you ain't supposed to be. I don't know what he was doing in the off season. Not sure. But we probably won't even see him on the field. Now, see big man right here? I think they may have told him how to control his running. He's not bent over.
Hey, come on, we got him back.
He's hating life. He's hating life, but he's not bent over no more.
Hey, don't spit on the turf. Hey, come on.
Oh, trust me, he's hating life though. But he's not. Look, he's not bent.
We got him back.
Juju's not bent over either.
Yeah, it's down.
This kid right here, that's what's his name, right? He's not bent over either.
If we know we're going.
Kalen. You know Kalen not bent over because he played in the games. He represented in the games already at an elite level. Y'all get what I'm saying now? That's why he not bent over. He over there having fun because he's elite. That's what I'm talking about. So we not talking about Kalen Taylor right there. Kalen having fun talking shit right now, swallowing spit. Okay? Because he represented. Thank you.
We got to come back. That's what he said when we started.
I just want to let the coach know you got Timberland boots on and a cowboy hat. You should be fined for that. That's out of pocket. So let's just out of pocket. Look at Kalen. Look at him. He just chilling. He don't even look like he was running.
Hey, let me get.
You see big man right here? He not bent over either. I've been watching him because he's really big. I'm expecting him to be bent over, but he wasn't. So that means he works out somewhere in the off season. He got some type of training regimen.
Hey, Skill. Hey, listen up. Hey, well, Mike.
See how he yelling? You see how he had the energy to yell like that? I pay attention to everything. He's ready.
Hey, we're going to go to the table. Hey, we're going to go to the table. Hey, listen up.
You see Ben Finisev? You see how he's standing upright? I pay attention to all of that.
up. Hey,
Stop with that hard breathing. Get your eyes up.
Hey, listen.
You heard what you heard what the coach said? Stop with the hard breathing. What did I tell y'all? They not liking it. They not liking what they're saying. He said stop with the hard breathing.
Hey, we're gonna go to the table. Hey, listen up. Hey,
stop with that hard breathing. Get your eyes up.
Hey, listen. One thing I want to do. Hey, body language. Stand up tall. Hey, listen. One thing I'm gonna never do to you is lie to you. I don't want to surprise you and lie to you. I told you what's gonna happen. I do that to challenge. You're gonna know who you're gonna play, correct? Yes, sir. Ain't no secret. We know it's 4-quarter game, 60 minutes. You already know the game. You got to bring the mindset to the game. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Mindset to the game. Now, what we're gonna do? Big, no time to recover, and then I'm gonna send the other group inside. Hey, proud of y'all, man. We got to get better though.
Let's go.
Come on, let's finish.
Hey, finish on me, finish.
Wrong foot up. Right foot.
The next time, don't blow the whistle. Let them run.
Yeah, I agree with that. The next time, don't blow the whistle. Let them run a full thing and then have them do it over again.
That's gonna be extra. Damn it, man. Get your ass right. Get locked in.
But I'm gonna tell you what I'm noticing though. This is a big team though. They're big. They got size. They definitely got size. The team has gotten bigger than it was last year. They definitely even some of the receivers have gotten bigger.
Let's go. Come on, man. Let's be front. Come on. Be front. Hey, good shit, pick up.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Hey, great job. Great job. Right? Just trust the plan. I'm gonna take care of you, but you gotta not quit. You gotta fight. I'm gonna look out.
Slide, turn.
Hey, all we did is ask for the walk. Hey, we ready?
Come on, big fella. Come on, big fella.
We just asked you to walk.
All right, foot out. Right foot. I know.
Hey, right foot out.
That's all it is.
All right, stop right there. Stop.
I see the ball.
Hold up. Stop. Coach. He's not supposed to be running. He needs to gain more weight. He's running too much. This one right here. That's Cole Mathis. He actually, be honest with you guys, Cole did get bigger. He did. I know you guys saying he's small. He got bigger. He did. He got bigger from last year. He did. But I would say for him to do less running for right now and hit the plates and the weights hard and get the weight on, then trim down. But yeah, he actually did get a little bigger.
That's all it is. I see him.
He did.
Come on.
12, hey, come back. 4, hey,
Good stuff.
hey, one more trip. Come on. Hey, one more trip. Hey, one more trip.
I got 2 more, Creek. This shit up right. We gotta win this shit up right. Let's go. Stand up. We good.
Keep it moving. Don't get on it. Don't start moving. Get him on. Hey, get him moving.
Let's go.
Get him moving. Let's go.
You see how coach out there like helping out with the drills? He's not playing this year. Coach is definitely not playing. He's not playing. He is not playing though this year. Yeah, it's a much bigger team, but they're not like the 2024 team. I don't think coach will ever get that again. I don't think he's ever going to get, he's going to have to pay for it. But actually he got most of that team out of high school, didn't he? He got Travis out of high school. You almost could say he got Jimmy out of high school because he recruited Jimmy Horn when he was at Jackson State. So he knew Jimmy Horn coming out of high school. But Jimmy went to another college and then met him at Colorado. But Xavier Weaver wasn't like that. You guys go back and watch the film of Xavier Weaver running mountains, running hills. That's what the elite people do. That's why he's in the NFL. He was running hills and stuff. Shadeur run hills. That's why Shadeur transformed his body. He don't look the same no more. Shadeur doesn't even look the same when he was at Jackson State. He looks like an NFL quarterback because he put the work in. Some of these kids ain't putting the work in. But now that they're here, give it about maybe 5 or 6 more practices and we'll see where they're at. But Jimmy Horn was never bent over like this. He was never. Because his only out was the NFL. That's why. He gave a supreme effort every single time, even in the weight room, everywhere. He didn't complain. He didn't complain at all. Nothing. That's what coach is looking for, man. That's why he said the rabbit never gets tired.
Man, you up. Hey, last 2 now.
Right foot. 2 more plays, bro.
Let's go, 3.
Let's go. Right leg. Come on, man. Come on. 2 more plays. We got it.
Look at Cole. Cole did get bigger, though. I give Cole that. He did. Cole got bigger, man.
Stand tall.
Stand tall.
Stand tall. In through the nose.
But you see how Cole, I believe he played did Cole get in the game last year? Because he used to suit up. I believe Cole was on special teams. I believe he was last year. Because you see how he's running and he don't get tired. That's the kind of shape you need to be in. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, smoking the weed and all that ain't gonna help you. I mean, they'll eventually flush it out of you, but you said, is he back in the house? Oh, Coach Sapp, he's been there. Coach Sapp, I see a lot of these guys that make these videos, they don't know what they're talking about. That's why I don't say nothing if I don't know. Yeah, he's there. He's there. But he don't have to coach right now. He just watching them, do their drills and stuff. He's not there yet to have them, to give instructions yet. But he's around. There he is right there. You see he making fun. He said he trying to tell them to control their breath. Now, let me just say this. Could I do any better? No. You had me go up there 3 times. I'm on the ground. They not getting me up. You know how they say, come on, big man, get up. Big man not getting up. I'm going to stay right there. I'm going to stay right on the ground and y'all not touching me. Okay, and y'all going to get me some muscle rubs and some ibuprofen. That's what y'all going to go get me. And then I'll get up on my time. But see, I'm an old man. But when I was their age, we used to run 2 miles before we even practiced. What y'all know about that? We used to run 2 miles before we even practiced. Just to warm up. The coach said, go ahead and run around the park just to get your muscles loose. We used to run about, because that was a huge park. We used to run probably like maybe 3 or 4 laps. And then we'd stretch again. First, we'll stretch, right? We'll start off by stretching, and then we'll run a few miles. And then we'll start practicing. Because by the time you get ready for practice, the wind sprints ain't shit. Wind sprints ain't shit. We used to be trying to bet each other who gonna win the wind sprints. That's how we used to make a little side money. Who gonna win? Like who the coach, like who you racing against? That's what the coach said. Who you? I'm like, I'm racing him. And we get maximum effort. And then by the time we finish our wind sprints, now we doing drills and all that. You know what I'm saying? By the time you get home, you ain't nothing you weren't supposed to do. Hit the plates in the bed. That's it. Because you were so damn tired. hit the plates and the bed. But by the time your 3 or 4 practice come in, you in such good shape that you can run up stairs and don't get tired. It feels good when you get in shape like that. It's like you feel invincible. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, we would run laps before practice. What they talking about? Yeah, just to get in shape. We used to run about 3 or 4 miles. We used to do about 3. And that's just light jogging. But actually what we used to do was you didn't want to be the last one to finish. So you had to keep up with the pace. And we used to have the smallest person on the team. He was the fastest. He used to be the pace setter. He'll be running in the front. So we can keep the pace going. So we can be done at a good time. Because when we done at a good time, then we'll stretch again and get our cleats on. And now we getting ready for practice. You know what I'm saying? And the practice lasts for a couple of hours. And then we might get another jog in again. The reason why we used to get another jog in, because we figured during the game, we never get tired. That's how we used to win. The other team be huffing and puffing. We just not get tired. So we thought that was because we weren't that good as a football team, but we were in shape though. And we thought that was a way to win. So that's what we used to do. And yeah, sometimes some people used to be bent over and stuff like that. That's the people that didn't run on their own time. But what we used to do was we used to go to South Mount Reservation. Actually, we used to go to Essex Green. For anybody that's familiar with Essex County, New Jersey, the East Orange, Newark area, you know about Essex Green Mountain. We used to run up Essex Green Mountain to go to the movie theater. We go to the movie theater and then we run back. Because when you run back, it's easy because you're running downhill. But to run up Essex Green Mountain, that's hard as fuck. So imagine running up Essex Green Mountain before training camp. You're in shape already. The coach used to say, y'all cheating. He used to say we cheating. Yeah, we used to run up Essex Green in the summertime in South Mountain Reservation. You know what I'm saying? I thought these kids run hills. I thought they supposed to know. That's a cheat code in football, running hills. It's a cheat code. That's why Travis, he didn't tell you what he was doing. Shiloh didn't tell you what he was doing. They were running mountains. That's why he didn't get tired. He just wouldn't say it because the camera didn't show Travis and his whole preparation. But Travis ran mountains and he ran it in Colorado. Boo, the reason why Boo, I'm not sure what he was doing in his off season, but he stopped playing football last season. He stopped mid-season. He wasn't playing football no more. So I don't know if he was hitting the treadmill or not. I don't know. It looks like he wasn't. But he'll get there. He'll get there. Oh, you ran 3 100s? Yeah, it's all about, because we had found out that if you got supreme conditioning, it don't matter. You can outrun somebody and win. If that was our model, because we weren't really that good of a football team. Oh, he had a hip injury. So if he had a hip injury, he must be coming off an injury. So he's fine. Now, I'm talking about the player. If you're coming off an injury and stuff, yes, you are going to be bent over, especially in altitude. You're going to be bent over. But Travis, what he didn't tell people was he used to run the mountains in Colorado. That's why he was in supreme shape. I mean, even more supreme shape than he just naturally is.
Let me know if you need to lean on me.
Jake, come on, Jake.
Let's keep walking.
Bring it up, bring it up. Good job. It's not good. You don't reward him for doing wrong. That's real. Come on. Okay. Don't do that.
You heard him? He said, don't do that. So somebody already complaining. I told you, somebody was already complaining, man.
Hey, fella, hey, listen up. Hey, listen up. This toughness gonna bond you together. If y'all take control of it by doing what? Supporting one another. If a guy bending down, do what? Pick him up. Win the game. Clap it up. Something happened. What you got to do to him? Pick him up. Keep him up. We got to support each other throughout everything. This starts now. Hey, if we feed off each other, we gonna build together. Don't quit on your brother. Don't quit on your brother. Everybody got it. Support each other. Hey, now that's a hell of a job for some of us pushing. Some of us, we know we got to get there. We got to get better. I'm never going to lie to you. I told you in the meeting, right? Yeah. What it's going to be. Nearly out of body experience for someone. Yeah. But I'm trying to get you so when you do get with the coaches, you can go ahead and hustle and do everywhere you got to do. And get to the ball and have fun with football. We got to dominate the conditioning part. So, fellas, right now, we're going to have skilled guys.
Lay flat. Lower and upper go together at the same time.
Hey, stop. Oh, you come on, dog. Just try.
Flat. Three. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8.
There he said, slap.
What you thinking, Darius?
They're on the phone. Our Shadeur coach just texted me and said this made the problem. So the Shadeur calling me right now.
Anyway, they'll get better. He titled it "Everybody Was Throwing Up." That's hilarious. They'll get better. He said they had an out of body experience. He's not lying. But I would just recommend that they run them steps in the stadium and then run the mountains up there. Then they'll have an edge over everybody. But they got to do that on their own time. You say you got too much pride to let a person help me walk or breathe. That's what Derrick Henry does. That's why that's why he's Derrick Henry. Yeah, he took off-season training seriously. That's what the elite do. That was my only point today, not to super bash the team. I'm not trying to overly bash them, but they're not there yet because they weren't playing at the elite level. That's why. Now they are. Now they moved up a level. They're at Colorado. Colorado's a huge platform. Colorado's the next level for these people. It's the next level. Now, what's the difference between the SEC and, the Power 5? We used to call it the Power 5, but I guess the Pac-12 doesn't count no more, so they say Power 4. What's the difference between the Power 4 and the rest of the people? Like the lower levels. The defensive linemen are faster and bigger. That's the difference. That's the only difference. Everybody else is pretty much, if you can ball anywhere, you should be able to ball there. If you're in shape somewhere else, you should be in shape in Colorado. But now they're getting that elite level training now, so they should be all right. I would give them at least a month or so. If Boo is coming off an injury, give him a little bit of time to get back. If he's coming off an injury. Shit, I seen Travis come off an injury and never was bent over like that. Travis was a unicorn. He definitely was. But what they do is they don't tell you their secret. The secret is they run hills. They don't talk about it though. They say, yeah, I prepare in the off season. Nobody talks about running hills though, because they don't want to give it away. But that's the ultimate cheat code is running running an incline up the mountains and stuff. Some people run it on a treadmill. If you have a treadmill that has an incline, if you do that all the time, you're going to notice that you don't get tired when you walk, or you're not going to get tired anymore. Just like when I was getting tired walking up these stairs, all I need is 2 weeks of that, and I won't get tired walking upstairs anymore. Your body gets used to it. Floyd stayed in shape. Floyd still stay in shape even to this day. He still runs 5 miles every day to this day. Floyd Mayweather to this day. And he's retired. He used to run 5 miles every day in the morning before he starts his day. That's elite shape. That's why he went undefeated. Why Jerry Rice used to take his training seriously. That's why he was Jerry Rice. T.O. the same way. They don't understand being bent over like this. They don't, because you're in shape 24/7. That's why we're trying to tell some of these people that were coming in. Oh no, man, it's the altitude. Come on, man. Come on, man. Nah. Nah, that's not it. Yeah, a little bit it is. A little bit. But nah, not for a young person. You're supposed to be in shape. Yeah, Travis is still in elite level shape. He came off a split, what is it? Spleen or something like that. Whatever he injured. His liver, something. Lacerated liver. It wasn't a spleen, it was a lacerated liver. But the liver heals itself, actually. It's weird with the liver. The liver will literally heal itself. But it takes a while for that injury. But yeah, it was a liver laceration. But yeah, that's all I'm talking about. And then coach had already had to tell somebody to stop complaining. That's not good. But I like some of the players, the new players there, they were in shape. I saw some of them. Danny Scudero was not bent over. He was running. He was in shape. That's why he had so many yards in a game last season. But some of the people will get there, but they're not there yet. But they'll get there because they got the whole winter conditioning and everything else. So they'll get there. By the spring game, you'll see a different team. By the spring. But since coach is there, coach wasn't there last year like that because, you know, he would have to handle his business. But you know, he has some things to deal with that's come before football, put it that way. But he's there this year and he's watching them. He's even in there lifting weights with them. So he gets to see firsthand who the dogs are. He gets to see it. He don't hear about it, he see it. So yeah, he's definitely gonna have the best product on the field. But those people that's starting, those are gonna be certified by Coach Prime this year. The ones that are starting. Yeah, he watching like a hawk. Prime is watching like a hawk because he want to make sure that team he got out there ain't no excuses. He want to make sure he got the best people out there. I don't see what's his name. He picked good with what's he call him? Airplane. Airplane looked good. He looked like he hating life a little bit, but he's in shape though, and he gonna get in better shape. He gonna get in better shape by the time this is over with. Yeah, man. So that's what it is right there, man. Colorado getting started. Um, Coach Prime is finding people. He said, if you miss practice, I'm gonna fine you. If you miss treatment, you're getting fined. If you're late for film study, you're getting fined. If you're late for team meeting, you're getting fined. So I was thinking other teams fine people. That's what somebody said. So he just doing the same thing. So he just he's finding the player. So that's all good, man. Right there, just find them. And you know, they'll make sure that they won't. He's not gonna have a situation, a lackluster season from last year. He's not having it this year. He's holding them accountable. He's holding them accountable, and yeah, so that's what's gonna happen. I don't think you're supposed to like beg people to watch film. Just don't play them. That's all. It's like you're just gonna sit the bench then. I'll just play whoever does watch film. You said they're gonna win a bowl this year. If he have anything, if he got his hands all over it, I know he does. Coach got his hands all over this team. So he gonna make sure he got the best people on the field. For sure. The team is looking a lot bigger. Yeah. He won him in that Jackson State shape. Remember Jackson State, how in shape that team was? How they used to run. Wait till they start. They're going to be hating life when they start running them stairs. So they need to start running the stairs now. For people that's there, they might want to like, hey, we ain't got practice. Let's go run the stairs real quick because they better get used to it because they about to. They about to start running them stairs. I would start doing it now so I can get used to it. He said the team had no discipline. He gonna make sure they got it this year because he's out there. Remember, there's still thousands of people still stuck in the portal. You can go pull them out the portal if you need to. He said hopefully they scheme for players. That's another thing. I bet you if I'm a betting man, coach is gonna have the card in his hand again. You remember how he used to have it at Jackson State? He used to have the playbook in his hand, the card. I bet you he have that again. He's gonna make sure that this don't happen again. Because last year, man, it was like, I don't know. You said, yeah, one of the bus run track, the guy that had that speed, the 4.3 guy, he runs track. The kid that clocked the 4.3, he runs track. I forget his name. Anybody know his name? Remember when he said, I need you to see if you can run a 4.2? Let's see if you can get the 4.2. He used to run track. You could tell by the way he moved. You know, the way he moved his arms like that. Because you know, the faster you move your arms, you're moving your legs the same way. Your legs, your arms go hand in hand. Them boys was running stadiums and everything. That's why they beat up TCU. They getting ready to run stadiums again. They getting ready to do it. I know they are. Ernest Campbell. Yeah, they getting ready to run track again. I mean, they getting ready to run them stadiums again. But you could tell by the way he was running that he ran track. He didn't need help with his start off at anything. He had a good start off and everything. Even the other kid, the defensive lineman, I could tell he ran track a little bit because he ran a 4.4. He clocked a 4.4. That's very fast for a defensive lineman. That's elite level for his position. And you see how he was out there. You didn't see him bent over, did you? Go look at it again. Go look at the film again. He wasn't bent over. Now the other kid was a bent over a little bit because he wasn't controlling the way he was running. He was running too hard. You're supposed to sprint, but it's supposed to be a control. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about. You don't have to like go all out, but you have to like keep a steady pace. I think he was going too hard. He was treating it like a race, but it's supposed to be, it's wind sprints. But he's in shape though. You could tell. Yeah, so I know what in shape looks like because I used to do it in high school. But we used to cheat though. I ain't gonna lie. We used to cheat because before practice started, before the camp started, we all used to run up S's Green. We used to like, yo, what we used to do was like when you first do it, you're not gonna do it right away. We do it halfway. And then the next day we go a little bit further. And then by the third day, we run into S's Green to the movie theater. And then we'll walk and then jog back down the hill. Because when you jog back down the hill, it's easy. Because it's all the hill is like that. And if we did that for a couple of weeks by training camp, we were killing the people in training camp. That was our way of cheating. Because the coach can make us run sprints all day, we weren't getting tired. You're like, damn, you guys are okay. I'm like, yeah, but we ain't telling we ran the hills though. And also that made you faster a little bit running the inclines. Yeah, you said they had terrible personnel placement last year. So he's there. He's going to be there to make sure they don't have that no more. That's another thing too, where you can run faster, give it your all, and then go past your limitations. I don't know. Did Travis ever do that? Because Travis, he'd be dancing out there when they were doing wind sprints. Like, do he ever get tired? He'd be out there just dancing. But I think when it was the mountains he was running. That's what he was doing. And them suicides and burpees, we used to do that too. Hip drills, everything. But back then used to be brutal. I'm not gonna lie to you. We used to do 2-a-days. They don't do that no more. They don't do 2-a-days no more. And to be honest with you, that was brutal, especially in the summertime. People used to be dying like that. You say you felt like Travis ran distance on low. Yeah, all he got to do is get on the treadmill and run about 5 miles. Yeah, he'd be flying up and down the steps in the stadium, never getting tired. You said he did long distance with CU track in the off season. I don't. Well, you mean just he practiced with him? Like, because he didn't officially run with them. You mean he may have practiced with them? But it's something to it. The why he don't get tired. He's doing something. You know what I'm saying? So it's either him running up mountains, which he did do, and then put the time in on the treadmill. Because man, we like I said back in the day, we used to run a couple miles before we even practice. Because we used to stretch first and then go hit the track because we had a track. We run around the track about 5 times, maybe 5 or 6 times, whatever it was, it equivalent to almost 2 miles. And then we'll relax a little bit, stretch again, and then wait for coach. You said Travis going to the ice chamber. And then he also did other rejuvenation techniques at that place he used to go to. He used to get in that getting that whatever chronic, whatever you call it, chamber. Speaking of AB, you talk about Antonio Brown, he never got tired. Never. In fact, his off-season regimen was brutal. Brutal. His stuff was brutal. So yeah, man, they getting the kids in shape, man. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see what they got. By the time that they got a long way to go now before they play Georgia Tech. Oh yeah, controlling your breath, right? Travis was good at that. Yeah, Travis will run the stadium and still be dancing. It's crazy. I'm just thinking they used to do that like in their off time. They'd be running the stadium and stuff. Yeah, pulling the tractor tire. I'm gonna tell you another trick because I have to. We had a situation out here where the stupid plow driver he he blocked us all in. Like I don't have a shovel though. I had to order one. I can't get my car out. But the thing is, shoveling will kill you. First of all, if you don't know how to do it, it'll kill you. I don't care how old you are, young you are, it can kill you. So it's a trick to it. to during the snow. I break it up first. A lot of people don't know to do that. You got to break it up. You got to break it up first, and then just scoop a little bit off. You just skim it, and that's how it might take you longer to shovel, but you skim it. You don't sit there and try to lift 20 pounds because that snow is heavy, and then try to lift it over. That'll kill you. You got to break it up and then skim it. Yeah, man. I saw somebody out there shoveling yesterday. It looked like he was about to pass out. And I told him, I said, dude, you gotta break it up and then skim it. He didn't even finish. He wasn't even talking to me. I hope he's all right. He had that look in his face like he's about to pass out. I was just trying to help. He just said, are you doing your car? I'm like, nope. I said, God will tell me when I'm ready to get out. But the thing is, I don't have a shovel. I wanted to be like, yo, if you give me a few dollars, I'll shovel you out and I'll shovel myself out. But he looked like he was about to die. And I'm glad I went over there and said something to him because I think he was going to fall out. Yeah, you will be exhausted. But then when you do that a little bit, you ain't going to be, you're going to be in supreme shape. You said Shadeur is playing the CFL. Yeah, he is. Oh, the sandbags. Yeah, the sandbags is on. We used to do those too. And then the coach, you know what he used to do? If we didn't get tired in practice, we used to have to act like we were tired. If you didn't get tired, he made you keep. He made you. We kept running until everybody was messed up. So, and I used to cheat, and he used to catch. I used to skip. You know, skipping is cheating. You know how you run, but I can't really explain it. You're running in big. It's like you're skipping. He said, "Stop skipping and keep going." And that was brutal. And some games it worked and some it didn't. Yo, we used to get blown out, yo. Crazy. You ever get blown out so much you ready to fight? That's how it was. You ever get blown out so much you ready to fight? Like everybody ready to fight. Now you getting penalties and stuff now. Yeah, striding. He didn't want us to do that. Well, we used to get our ass handed to us. We were getting beat so bad one time that like after you up a certain score, you're just supposed to run the ball. This coach wasn't doing that. The other coach, he kept throwing it. He kept throwing it. And my coach said, just take them out, yo. He told us that in the huddle, just start taking them out. He said, because they're not respecting us now. They're trying to disrespect. He said, just hurt them. He told us this. Yep. I didn't do that, though. He was like, yo, go for their legs. I didn't do that. But we were getting beat that bad. You're getting beat bad where ain't no chance of coming back. Ain't no chance. And they just kept throwing the ball. Every time I looked, the ball up in the air. It's crazy. And my coach, he was mad, man. He was like, at this point, just hurt him. And the thing is, you can't do that. You're like, what am I, you just get an ass whooping. I mean, what do you want me to say? We got beat bad. We got beat. It was the other team's homecoming. Oh my God, we got beat. We got rolled up out of there. We had a couple fights during the game, but nothing serious. You say, yo, Max, how you think the players feel about the fines? They ain't got no other choice. He just announced it. So they stuck now. It's just you got to go to campus. You got to go to everything on time. That shouldn't be a problem anyway. Unless you're sick. Yeah, I wasn't trying to hurt nobody, dude. My coach like, yo, just take their legs out. And I didn't want to do that because what if they try to do that to us? because, I had to block. I was a tight end. I had blocking assignments. I didn't want to chop block nobody because then they're going to try to do it to me. So I'm like, I'm not hurting nobody. They beat us fair and square. And then he started saying that they might have been on steroids, and some of them kids look like they were on steroids. But hey, shit, what can I do? Cheating is cheating, but it don't matter if they weren't steroid. They were just beating it. They beat the crap out of us. They beat us by 20. I'll never forget that they beat it. But I know you're like, damn, 20 ain't that bad. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was bad. It was bad, yo. It was bad. It's bad when people on the team is crying after the game. That's how bad you got beat. People crying. Hey, people crying, wanting to fight. It was bad. Yep. If you suck, you suck. I mean, we sucked that year. I mean, what do you want me to tell you? Crazy. I felt like we were a JV team going up against a varsity team. That's how it was. Crazy. It humbles you, though. You get beat that bad. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. I remember one time, I keep telling this story. We had a high school team. We had freshman varsity. No, excuse me. We had freshman JV, and we had a varsity squad. So we had 3 squads. And we were a small school, so sometimes they'll call you up to go to JV or varsity, whatever. But no, if you played freshman, you played both. One time they called me up, to play varsity, but to fill in for some for a depth spot. And maybe I could play special teams if I, pull my cards right. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I didn't even get in a special team assignment in that game. I'm just sitting there. I'm just holding a spot. Next thing you know, he told me to get in. I'm like, who you talking to me? He said, yeah, you get in. I couldn't find my helmet. I went to go get my helmet. I was excited. I couldn't find my helmet. Yo. The coach chewed me out so bad he lost his voice. He chewed me out so bad. He said, "We find your fucking helmet." He was foaming at the mouth. I didn't want to look at him because that makes me sick in the stomach. People foaming at the mouth. And then when he was talking to me, I was like this. My hand was like this. He's, "What, my breath stink?" I like, "No, I want your spit to get on my lips." You ever know somebody talking and spit hit your lip? I'd be ready to go to the hospital after that because I'm a germaphobe. So I was like this. Okay, coach. I got you, coach. I'm like this. I got you. I didn't want to make it seem like his breath. I was like this because he's spitting all over the place. Then I finally got in. In the first play, I was on my back. The first play. On my damn back, yo. I don't even know how I got on my back. He hit me so damn hard. It was like, ever seen a hit that you don't see coming? Hit me so damn hard. He hit me so hard. You know how you hit my back hit the ground. My legs are still in the air. He decleated me. That's what we call it. Got your cleats off the ground. Hit me so damn hard, yo. Luckily, they called a timeout. It took me a while to get up. Like, damn, I'm seeing stars and shit. I'm so used to my uniform being clean. You know what I'm saying? Because the first game I didn't play. My uniform was clean as the board of health. And it was raining that day too. And my shit, I didn't even need to put my uniform in the damn laundry. My uniform was clean as hell. Man, still smelling like freaking soap. Dish detergent. I mean dishwater. It's still feeling like laundry detergent. Crazy. He told me to get in. I didn't know what to do. Craziness. I remember one time, you play special teams and the person hits you, don't see it coming, hit me so damn hard, my helmet fell off. Craziness. My ears ringing. I probably had a concussion. I'm glad they changed the game now. Remember we used to have them big ass shoulder pads? That's what gave us CTE, them big ass shoulder pads. I'm glad they changed that. Man, I lived in a prehistoric time, yo. I'm just thinking of how the kids got it now. We were prehistoric, yo. Well, how we used to play. Big ass shoulder pads. You said instead of student athletes, they treat them like professional players. So yeah, all you gotta do is show up on time. That's it, and you ain't gonna get fined. That's simple. But anyway, guys, let me get out of here. I will catch you guys on the next one. Yeah, man. Like I said with Shadeur, he was nominated to the Pro Bowl team. That shit don't really count, man. Not like it used to be back in the day. Remember back in the day, you used to get excited for the Pro Bowl. That shit don't excite me no more. It don't. Everybody hurt. Nobody wants to play. Then you got the alternates going in. Wait till Shadeur get to the point where he the top dog in the league, right? He ain't gonna play in it either. He not gonna play in the Pro Bowl because hopefully he'll be deep in the playoffs. He not gonna want to play in the Pro Bowl. So that's why I don't like that no more, man. Like everybody all of a sudden hurt and shit. Yeah, it's about the viewership. It's like who's popular. So I get why he's going because he's popular. But I'm talking about when he gets to the point where he's like the top dog in the league, right? He ain't gonna want to play. Then I'm gonna be sitting here complaining again. Like, damn, Shadeur ain't even playing. Yeah, I haven't watched it because they don't be wanting to play no more. Look, everybody all of a sudden is hurt now. Oh, I got an ankle injury, or I got a deep tissue injury, or something. They're gonna come up with some type of injury to where they ain't gonna want to play. But Shadeur is gonna play though, like this year. But wait till he get to the point where he getting deep in the playoffs, and all of a sudden he gonna have a little injury. That's how they do it. But shout out to him. At least he put that on his resume. That he has the Pro Bowl on his record. You know, the Browns, and a couple of the coaches turned the Browns process down now. They don't want to be writing essays and stuff. Andrew Berry got these people writing essays and taking psychological tests. These coaches ain't doing that. Two coaches stepped down now. They said, nah, don't consider us no more. I ain't doing that bullshit. So I don't know what they doing. I don't know what they doing, man, over with the Browns. Having the coaches, the prospective coaches writing essays. Come on, man. This is not college. You see my resume. Are you gonna hire me or not? You know. I remember I went recently. I haven't worked. I've retired. I haven't worked for nobody since I retired, right? And I'm never doing that again. Like I will do different things if it's like a driving, or because technically you're working for somebody, even if you got your own business. You're working for your customer. But I went to this spot, just to interview because I was supposed to deliver some stuff. You know what the dude said to me? Like, because he told me to, come as you are and stuff like that. And he said, "Are you a go-getter?" The fuck? What are you asking me? You know how old I am? What are you asking me, am I a go-getter for? Like I'm 20 some years old. Like I'm a go-getter. I've been working since 1993. 1993, man. And you asking me, am I a go-getter? And I'm older than you. I thought he was playing me, yo. Like, am I a what? Are you a go-getter? Where do you see yourself in 2 years? I said, I don't know where to see myself in next month, the way this fucking politics is headed. You know what I'm saying? He said, can you handle a multitude of responsibilities? I said, you know what I told him? Nah, I'm good. I'm good, fam. I'm out of here, yo. I'm good, yo. He said, wait. It's not offended. Nah, you ain't offend me, yo. I'm good, yo. Yo, go get somebody else, man. I'm good, yo. I'm good, yo. Yeah, that's what I want. I get it done. Like, it's easy. The job was easy, though. It's an independent situation, but it's delivering, is delivering weed. Now, this other spot that I'm thinking about going to, they haven't hit me back yet. This was another small spot near Rutgers University. I said, dude, this is an independent. I said, and I asked him, I said, do I come in when I want, right? I said, because I'm not trying to be stuck on no schedule. And number one, I don't drive in ice or snow. Okay. And I don't work on Monday. Will you go the extra mile? Are you a team? Yeah, you don't ask me that at my age, yo. Are you willing to go the extra mile? No, we just sitting here delivering shit, man. Come on, man. Guys, I've been there, done it. I'm too old now. Like, I've been through those interviews, and where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself living? I told somebody that too. Hopefully I'm living. Living. She said, no, but your aspirations, your goal. I said, living, living, living. And she just looked at me. Okay, that's a doable answer. That's doable. That's doable. And I'm like, I've been working for myself for so long that I just can't go back to work for nobody. I just can't do it. I just can't do it, man. And they weren't even paying that much per hour anyway. They weren't. Because he was like, well, when are you available? I said, I can do it when I want it, when I can do it. Like, I thought you would give me an app and I could just cut on the app and then get the stuff that way. He said, yeah, it's like that. But what if we need you on Monday? Can you do it? I said, I'm not sure. It depends on how I feel. Well, what will prevent you from that? This depends on how I feel when I get up in the morning. I told him this too. It's okay how you feel when you get up in the morning. You be more. I said, that's just what it is. I may not want to work that day. What do you want me to do? And he looking at me and like, I'm sorry, yo. He's like he's like, he's not the manager. His dad is on the spot. And I'm sorry, like I need to talk to his dad. I don't want to talk to his son, yo. Like kid, like barely in his 20s, sitting up here trying to tell me something. You know, I'm like, no, I'm good. I told him I'm good, yo. I don't want it. I walked out. I'm good, yo. I said, I'll call you. I said, I'll call you, man. I'm good. You said they better get in shape. They haven't run the stadium bleachers yet. Oh, that's coming. And the Marine workout training is coming. Oh, damn. They going to have that Marine thing again? They really going to be hunched over. Because that Marine training had everybody hunched over. I ain't going to lie to you. I remember Rock was carrying somebody. I thought he wasn't going to make it. I thought both of them was going to fall out. Man, but none of them are there no more, man. The old people, man. Rock is gone. I don't know, man. It's a different. I don't know if I can get up with this team, yo. I don't think so. I don't know, yo. I don't know. You know, they had more personalities, that you know what I'm saying? They had Travis playing in the camera. You had Jimmy, with his slang. Um, it was a different feel, yo. I don't know about this right here. Yo. I got to get into it. You said living and working. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know. I got to get into it, man. I don't know. It ain't the same, bro. It's just not. It's not the same. But we gonna see. I'm trying. We'll see. Bucky's still there, so that's good. Um, hey, we'll see. We'll see. Juju, man, that's my guy right there. I'm glad Juju's still there. Um, so Juju, this his year to be the man. Really, this was his year to come out of high school anyway. He came out of high school early last year, so this is supposed to be his year. So I'm looking for him to have a good season. So I'm glad he's still there. They said Boo coming off an injury. So he had something going on. You said I reserve judgment only because of last season. We will see. Yeah, we will see, man. We just gonna have to see. That's how I'm saying it. I know coach, but coach ain't feeling that way. He not feeling like we just got. He trying to get. He gonna rustle them in shape. Did you hear coach when he said, "Man, y'all talking about Jay Phil like he can't coach or something," and he sent all these people to the NFL. So coach be listening to everything. Because remember how Jay Phil, some of the vloggers are getting on him, talking about he don't coach blocking and all that. They try to get on Jay Phil. Apparently they be listening. I ain't say nothing about Jay Phil. I ain't say nothing about him. He did get some people in the NFL. He sure did. That's what it is right there. But like I'm a reserve judgment until the season starts. We got to see. Because last year I hyped it up so bad, yo. I said, what's his name might be up for the Heisman Trophy. I said that. I did. I said, yo, we got what's his name coming in, man, from Liberty, man. Somebody said, Max, that's Liberty, though. I said, nah, man. I said, if he throw for almost 1,000 and run for 1,000, we got Heisman Trophy numbers. And I had them winning the Big 12 and everything, man. I was really hyping it. This year, I'm kind of just like, man. I'm like, all right. You take it game by game. I'm gonna get excited though if they beat Georgia Tech the first game. Though I'm gonna get excited because that's a really good game right there for the first. But that's the first game, and that's for me. I think they can win that game. They almost won last year. You said last season just drained everyone. I feel the same way. We just wait and see. I'm not saying they can't do their thing, but we just wait. But it's still exciting to watch. You know the whole process of getting there to the Georgia Tech game. That is the very first game of the season, Georgia Tech. So leading up to that, we'll see. But guys, I'll catch you guys later. Hope y'all have a good one. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna. And the thing is, I don't know. I don't got a shovel yet. That shovel's supposed to come tomorrow. Maybe I can kick my way out. I was hoping that the snow would melt, but it's cold out there, man. It ain't even melting. Crazy. Anyway, I will catch y'all later.